Hello to everyone. This is Dr. Aija Raghavendra initiating online lecture series on operations research. Today we are going to discuss about Vogel's approximation method of transportation problem. This is one of the finest method of transportation problem. Here we are going to learn about how to solve a transportation problem using VAM. Here is the matrix consists of 3 rows and 4 columns. So once we start the problem, first we may check about whether the total supply is equal to total demand or not. So in this case, supply is equal to 225 plus 200 plus 125, that is equal to 550, and total demand is equal to 145, 150, 135 and 120, that is equal to 550. So here total supply is equal to total demand. That means there is no change in the matrix. So we may continue this matrix for the further calculation. So in Vogel's approximation problem, there is a newness is there. What is that newness is? So we need to find out penalties, that is column as well as row. So how can we identify the penalties is identify the lowest number and subtract this lowest number from the next best number of row and column. For this problem, 6 iterations are required. But as a student point of view, first we may draw one by one row or column. That is, if we are calculating iteration 1, first completely calculate the iteration 1. After that only we can draw one more column or row, that is iteration 2. Because I solved this problem, for that purpose I know how many iterations are there to this problem. But before that, I don't know about anything about the iteration. So after solving of this problem only, we may know about the iterations. So one by one column or row is required. So how to solve this problem is first take iteration 1, that is one column, and iteration 1 for row. First we may start with the F1 column. In the F1, how many numbers are there? 5, 8, 10 and 6. What is the lowest number of this row is 5, and the next best number is 6. That means 6 minus 5, that is equal to 1. In the same way, F2, what is the lowest number? 8, and the next best number is 9. That is 9 minus 8 is equal to 1. Third one, F3, 3 is the lowest number and 7 is the next best number. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. And come to the columns, I1, D1 column. What is the lowest number? 3 is the lowest number and 5 is the next best number. That is 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. For D2, 8 is the lowest number and 11 is the next best number. 11 minus 8, that is equal to 3. For D3, 9 is the lowest number and 10 is the next best number. 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. For D4, 6 is the lowest number and 7 is the next best number. 7 minus 6, that is equal to 1. So now we calculated all the penalties. See the penalties are there. How many are there? 7 penalties. 1, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 1. Out of these penalties, we have to identify the highest penalty. So out of these 7 penalties, 4 is the highest penalty and it is situated at F3. So now we can select this F3 row. So under F3 row, there are 4 numbers are there, 3, 15, 9, 7. So we will start with lowest one, 3. by drawing a box at the corner of the cell. So this is a combination of F3 and D1. So F3 is 125 supply and D1 is 145. Out of this we have to take the lowest one, that is 125. So if I supply 125 to the D1, so 125 will become a 0 and 145 will become 20. And see that F3 total will become 0. So that means there is no more supply or stock of F3. So for that purpose, D2, D3 and D4 of F3 may not be considered for the next level of the problem calculation. Now the matrix is reduced to 2 rows and 4 columns. Again we can do one more iteration, that is I2. Now draw the I2 in your notebook and see the first one. Start with the row. What is the lowest number? 5, and next best number is 6. 6 minus 5, that is equal to 1. In the second case, 9 minus 8, that is equal to 1. But in the case of F3, the total will become 0. That means no consideration. And column, lowest number is 5 and the next best number is 9. 9 minus 5, that is equal to 4. Next one, 11 minus 8, that is equal to 3. 14 minus 10, that is equal to 4. 8 minus 6, that is equal to 2. Now we have 6 penalties are there. Out of this we have to select the highest penalty. But here there are 2 highest numbers are there, 4 and 4. Now there is some doubt case is there. So we have to select any of the number. But I am choosing one particular method here, 4. So first 4 is in D1 and second 4 is consists of D3. See the numbers of D1, 5 and 9, and D3 is 10 and 14. Out of this we have to, out of these 4 numbers, what is the lowest number? 5 is the lowest number. Now I am choosing this one, 5 cell. That means I am choosing this 4 for the calculation. So this cell is the combination of F1 and D1. Now F1 is 225 and D1 is 20. So what is the meaning of this is, there is a 225 supply is there, but the demand is only 20. So that means we can give only 20. If I provide 20, there is no more demand from the D1. That means 20 will become a 0 and 225 will become 205. And if you see that D1 will become a 0, that means F2 of D1 may not be considered for the next level of the calculation. Now the matrix is reduced to 2 rows and 3 columns. Again we can draw one more column and one more row, that is iteration 3, and same process, lowest number, next best number, that is 8 minus 6, that is equal to 2. Next one is 11 minus 8, that is equal to 3. So F3 no consideration. And D1, again D1 total is 0, that means no consideration. So here 11 minus 8, that is equal to 3. 14 minus 10, that is equal to 4. And 8 minus 6, that is equal to 2. Now we have 5 penalties are there. Out of this we have to select the highest penalty. There is no doubt about that 4 is the highest among these penalties. We have to select this 4. So this is under D3. So D3 is having 2 numbers, 10 and 14. So we have to select the lowest number, that is 10. So this is a combination of F1 and D3. F1 is 205, that is total supply is 205, and D3 is 135. So we have to supply 135 here. So if I supply 135, the 135 will become 0 and 205 will become 70. And if you see that D3 is 0, that means F2 of D3 may not be considered for the next level of calculation. Now the table is reduced to 2 rows and 2 columns. That means we are not reaching to the feasible solution. For that purpose we have to draw one more column and one more row, that is iteration 4. So in this case F1, 8 minus 6, only 2 numbers are there, that is 8 minus 6, 2. 11 minus 8, that is equal to 3. So F3 no consideration. D1 no consideration. D2 11 minus 8 that is equal to 3, D3 no consideration, and D4 8 minus 6 that is equal to 2. So we have 4 penalties are there, out of which we have to select the highest one, but here there are 3. 3 is the highest. There are 2 highest penalties are there. Again, the dilemma situation is there. Now we need to check that first 3. Here in F2 there are 2 numbers are there, 11 and 8, and here D2 there are 8 and 11 is there. So I am starting with any of the 8, but it is better to take this one. I am taking this 8. So this is a combination of F1 and D2. So F1 total is 70, but D2 total demand is 50. So we have to supply only 70 here. So 70 will become a 0 and 150 will become 80. And if you see that F1 total is 0, so that means we may not consider this remaining cell for the next level of the calculation. So that means we are not reaching to the feasible solution right now. So for that purpose we have to draw one more row and one more column here. So now the F1 no consideration, because F1 total will become a 0, and F2 there are 2 numbers are there, that is 11 minus 8 that is equal to 3. So F3 no consideration, D1 no consideration, D2 only one number is there, that is 11, D3 no consideration, and D4 H is there. So we have 3 penalties, out of which is the highest one? 11 is the highest one. I have to take this 11. So there is only one blank cell. This is the combination. So this is a combination of F2 and D2. This is F2 total is 200 and D2 is 80. So we have to supply only 80 here. 80 will become a 0 and 200 will become 120. So there is only one cell left over. Again we can draw one more row and one more column. So iteration 6. So F1 total is 0, that means no consideration. F2 is only one number, that is 8. F3 is no consideration, and here D1 no consideration, and D2 0, that means no consideration. D3 also no consideration, but D4 there is only one number, 8. So we have 2 penalties and both penalties are 8, and there is only one cell is there. So that means we have to select this one. This is a combination of F2 and D4, that is 120 is the total supply and 120 is the total demand. We may directly select here 120. So 120 will become 0. So now there is no leftover cells are there, and we have how many allocations in our problem? Allocations or allotments are 6. So this is the final matrix of the solved problem. So once we get this particular matrix, immediately we can check that whether this is in degeneracy or non-degeneracy. So what is degeneracy? M plus n minus 1 not equal to number of allocations, it is referred as a degeneracy, and m plus n minus 1 is equal to number of allocations, that is referred as non-degeneracy. So what is m? Number of rows, and n equal to number of columns. In our problem the number of rows are 3, number of columns are 4. That means 3 plus 4 minus 1, that is equal to 6, and number of allocated cells are 6. So that means 6 equal to 6. This is a non-degeneracy problem. That means we may directly calculate the total cost without any change in the matrix. Finally, the feasible solution is total cost is equal to 20 into 5 plus 70 into 8 plus 135 into 10 plus 80 into 11 plus 120 into 8 plus 125 into 3, that is equal to 4225. So this is the way to calculate Vogel's approximation method.